2. Hello, hello. We're back. Part 2 of Terra Nullius. Random encounter, people. It just happened. So you guys are wandering the ruins, exploring a little bit more, and you're by the river. And something happens. Let's see what happens, shall we? Let's see. Gotta decide how. Oh yeah, I know what I rolled. Okay. If everybody wants to make a perception check for me, while I drag you over
is this
map.
the time where I'm finally not gonna roll well?
Oh.
Oh
My god. What the heck?
And if it was with you rolled a nat 20 on the other side, just we're not taking that side.
Oh, by the way, Ari, for that moving display of love for Buck, take inspiration.
Sweet.
Okay.
Should I use my inspiration die on this perception check? If we use.
I mean, you already rolled it. Yeah.
I know, but inspiration just does it with advantage.
Yeah, but you have to do it beforehand.
Oh, I do?
Yep.
Gotcha. It's not like a bardic inspiration.
Nope, unfortunately not. Okay.
Oh, hey, look, it's Darius in the corner.
Yeah, he's gonna be like sitting there the whole time.
Oh, I thought you meant he was in the video chat for a second.
No.
No, he's over there eating. We shouldn't disturb him.
Oh, I see now. Okay.
He's just eating his berries, watching you guys get pummeled by these people. Yeah, so that means they succeed.
Oh no! Oh no!
So, I mean, you guys can basically kind of like set yourselves anywhere you would want to be on this map. What are you doing when you get ambushed?
So
You said you're kind of just like exploring the ruins.
So
again, right?
I imagine, so at this point, I'm like freaking paranoid of this jungle now. But not paranoid, but a little bit more weary than I was.
More weary. Yeah.
So I, and I normally have my crossbow out at all times anyways. So it's on my side, and I'm just kind of looking around the waters and the forest.
I'll have probably taken out, seeing that she was kind of stressed, I'd have taken out my panpipe and kind of just started playing it in hopes that it would calm everyone down.
It doesn't work.
My go-to is if we're moving anywhere, I have my shield and mace out. So as we're looking around.
Okay. So none of you see from the jungle here, from these like shrubs, right? You see two very strange looking individuals jumping out to attack you.
Strange looking how?
Well, I'll show you when we get there. Let's first just go ahead and roll initiative. Go ahead and click on your token, and then roll initiative on your character sheet there. Yeah, so you have to make sure you're clicking clicking on your token.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
now
so go ahead and do it again.
Okay, well, better. I like that one better anyways.
Yeah. Yeah.
Luck is no longer on my side.
So first, you see this thing.
Ooh.
So you see this like weird lady with like green eyes and fangs. And then you also see her companion, this.
Whoa. Oh.
So yeah,
He's
it's
fiery.
It's a red-skinned guy with like literal fire for hair. And they run out of the jungle and attack you. And here, let me roll for their initiative. So they're gonna get a surprise round on you, and then you can do a thing.
does the red guy have initiative?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Oh, they're not
grabbing
an organization. Okay, you still don't.
grabbing their character sheets right now.
Guys, I'm not last in initiative order. This is crazy.
Computer's going a little slow. There we go. All
Yep,
right.
I'm last. I hope I don't die.
So first then is this flamehead guy. And he is gonna go ahead and move. Yeah, just move 30 feet and attack you, Toity. Yeah, so he springs out of like the jungle, right? And he goes, he just yells something in some like language that you just don't understand, and then like attacks you. He comes at you with his big old spear, and like jabs it at your face. So let's see.
Oh.
Please, no.
Poor Twitty. He doesn't even get a turn until like last.
Oh
yeah,
wow.
That hits.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah. So he does.
Okay. I'm passed out.
Wow.
Well.
Oh no.
Well.
Oh no.
Well.
So
Okay,
wait,
then.
was that?
I have 8 hit points. He hit me for
Wait.
12.
Why is it? Give me a second. Oh, okay. So that is if it was. I don't think he actually hit you for 12 because I think there's two separate. Yeah, there's two separate damage things going on here. So that's if he. So he was using it two-handed, so it's only 8.
Oh, I'm still passed out.
Okay. All right. I'm just saying. Yeah. Well,
You're not in the
that's-
negatives at least.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna go last anyway.
Wow. Well. And then it's the snake lady. And she is going to.
Well, I'm not doing anything for a while.
Yeah, she's going to move 30 feet this way and then turn and attack you, Raya.
Oh, yay.
And what she's going to do. Is. Yeah, she's just gonna she's gonna attack. So she grabs out this like big old scimitar that she had on her back, and she just like gracefully like runs up to you, like anime run, right? Like where she has her hands like this, right?
Yeah.
And then just like, and, like attacks you with the scimitar.
Oh yay!
Yeah, so she misses. Yeah. So how do you defend against this snake lady?
I mean, like, I see her graceful run, and while slightly frightened, I am pretty impressed. And so as she's running towards me, I'm kind of like, I wonder if I could run like that. And I'm like, whoo! And she's like going for my head and swipes over me.
Mm-hmm. Nice. All right. So it is Ari's turn.
Okay, so I have my longbow ready. I turn around to see Toity on the ground and immediately shoot up. All I see is fire, and I just shoot right at it. I'm just like,
yeah, you're just like, ah! There's
Toity's
no
on the
fire.
ground, something's happening. And so I shoot directly at the fire guy.
How you doing?
Let's see here. I should have had that ready. Sorry. There we go. Oh, that's super great.
Let me double check. I'm just getting his sheet up here. Let's see. Yep, that hits.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's not wearing much in the way of armor. I don't think he has any armor. He's just like tribal guy, runs out with a spear. Yeah. So go ahead and roll damage. There you go. Wow, nice. Yeah. So your arrow just takes him in the chest, Boromir style, right? And he just like doubles over, like arrow in his chest. Yeah, he is badly hurt. Raya, it's your turn.
Wait,
since
do I have to make a spy saving throw?
It hasn't come around here.
It hasn't come to your turn yet.
Oh, I thought she. Oh no, she dodged. Okay, that's what. That wasn't her turn. She just dodged.
Yeah. So with Toity
And that
on
was
the
a
ground.
surprise round. So I'm actually, I think you maybe would have had to do it because it technically went past your turn, even though it was a surprise round. But since we forgot about it, we'll just not worry about it.
Yay! I don't have to die.
Not yet, anyway.
I see Toity on the ground, and so I kneel down next to him and cast Cure Wounds.
There you go. Do it. And that doesn't provoke. Does that provoke an attack of opportunity? I don't think it does, right?
It shouldn't, because I'm not moving out of.
Okay. Yeah. Is that the
range
only
right
thing? I get confused sometimes because I've played so many editions of D&D that
I think it's
sometimes
just if
different.
you move out of
Is
melee
it just that?
range.
Okay.
Wait, is it worth to do that while they're both still alive and could hit me down to?
I already
dead
did
anyway?
it.
Okay. Well.
And then you would gain all your hit points back because of my life domain. You also gain 3 additional points over the 7.
Nice.
2 plus
Oh,
my
okay. So you have.
level.
I was actually curious about that. I never
I
like double
forgot
checked
about
on
it
what
last
your
time.
domain was. So it's life.
Does that go into temporary hit points, or does that just go max?
I think it just goes to your max hit points.
Yeah. So it
and
just
goes to 8.
doesn't go over. Yeah. It just heals at 8.
I was like,
cool.
Oh, thank you there.
Yeah. So you just like die quickly and then just come back up.
Ugh.
It's just a little bit of black in your memory. You don't remember what exactly happened there. All right, it's the tribal warrior's turn. And he's in a blood frenzy, and he goes for Raya, or I'm sorry, Ari. He just rushes at the person who just shot him in the chest, and he attacks you.
Would I get an attack? No, he's still in my range.
Yeah, he's still in your range. Yep. He attacks you with his spear.
Yes.
Oh.
And he totally misses. Yeah, so he's just like bleeding and like lunges at you, just dodge it all the way real easy.
I'm like, shh.
Not today. All right, it's the Snek lady. Yeah,
Snake.
Miss Snek lady. She's gonna turn to you, Raya, and she's gonna like flourish her scimitar, and then like again, like she's very anime style, like just like and like just starts wailing on you with this scimitar, right? So she's gonna make 2 attacks with her scimitar.
Oh.
Ooh.
So we'll just use both of those.
Ah,
So 21 and a 19.
Ouch.
Both hit.
Yeah, I figured. So that's 3 damage
Okay.
and 2 damage.
okay.
That was relatively actually tame.
That's actually pretty much
Yeah.
not bad.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, so
I'm still standing. Don't worry.
yeah, she just gets in a couple like nicks and scrapes, right, as you like try to fend her off. You have a shield, right?
And yes, I do.
Yeah.
And I just can't help but be impressed by the finesse and how.
Oh
she
yeah,
moves.
no, absolutely. Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that.
Oh,
and being so not graceful myself, like I don't like what's happening to me, but I'm very
You
impressed.
can respect a worthy opponent.
Yeah.
Toity, it's you.
What was that? Was that a roll for anything, or was that an accident?
No, Toity, it's you.
No, okay. I came back and I saw that there's slashing damage. I was like,
Oh
oh,
no,
what just
yeah,
happened?
yeah. Raya
Oh, that
got
was on
hit.
me.
Okay, no, it's weird that the die would roll after it was if it had happened. Anyway,
Oh yeah,
well,
I didn't see the die roll.
I'm
late,
I'm
but-
gonna look. I'm gonna look back and see that the fire for a person's already dealing with him was like, I'm just gonna think like, grab out my rapier. I really am kind of conflicted about it, but I'm just gonna attack the snake lady.
All right, yeah.
Actually, is that what I do? Yes, that's what I do because it has a better chance of actually hitting.
You just grab your rapier out and poke her.
Nice.
You poke her real good. So go ahead and roll that damage.
Ooh.
Nice.
I'm just kind of gonna take my rapier, and go, just scream it, just slash. Or,
Well, I mean, rapiers do not slash. That's definitely not what they do. Yeah, you stab her like right in the shoulder blade, right, and she's just and like rips it out, right, and like dances back. Yeah, it doesn't seem to harm her as definitely as much as the fire dude, but you do damage her.
I'm
For sure.
actually at that time, I'm also going to say like, why are you attacking us?
You say
Or you
futilely
always
in a
gotta
language
know
they don't
why.
understand.
Well, I'm trying.
No, right?
Okay?
Yeah. Ari.
Okay, so this guy's like right in front of me, so I drop my longbow and like whip out my 2 short swords and slash at him.
Cool. And you have 2 attacks. Then.
Well, I just have 2 swords.
Yeah,
So
did we ever look that up? I never
Oh,
looked that up.
I don't know if that counts as 2
wielding.
attacks.
Yeah,
Did
you look it up?
I'm pretty sure you just don't get your proficiency bonus on the second one.
Well,
Okay.
because see, I haven't gone to the 2nd level yet, so I don't have my fighting style yet.
Okay, is that
So
so?
I-
What
so
what does
I'm
it
not-
say on the fighting style there for 2 for?
For 2 weapon fighting,
Yeah.
it says while you engage in 2 weapon fighting, you can add your ability modifier to the damage of the 2nd attack. That's all it says.
Okay, so you can do it normally. That's what it kind of seems to
You
suggest.
just don't add your modifier then.
Yeah.
If it's
Right. So I do basically have 2 attacks.
Yep. So we'll just use both of those, right? Like the 15 and 16, and both of those hit.
Mhm.
And then yeah, so 6 damage, and then go ahead and roll it again, and then we'll take off whatever the ability modifier is. So that's a 5 instead. And yeah, you just, I mean, either way, you murder him. So what does it look like?
So I drop my bow, and like I'm assuming the arrow's still in him, and I just kind of like just take out my short swords and just slash like an X, like across his neck, and behead him.
Nice. Yeah, you do the 2-sword behead. Yeah. He just his fiery head just like it basically what it does, right? It rolls in the sand, and then when it hits the sand, it like the fire goes out, and then when it rolls back up, it's extinguished.
Awesome.
Yeah. So Raya, it's your turn.
I hit her with my mace. And I hit her with my
you
mace.
smash into her, and yeah, you definitely hit her for sure.
4.
What is her AC? Yeah. It doesn't seem to do a whole lot, but you managed to like clip her.
It's probably because
did,
as I was trying to hit her, I just felt inspired to try and like do some like ooh moves to try and imitate her. So
right,
I
you're
guess I
trying
just
to like.
I'm like, this is kind of cool.
That's awesome. Yeah. You're trying to like
and
dance
so
gracefully.
I didn't get
with
as
her.
much strength behind it as much as style points.
Yeah, for sure. All right, it's Snek Lady's turn. So what she is gonna do? She is going to do a thing. So she is going to basically like open her mouth and like spray like this green like viscous poison just all over your guys' faces. So it's in 10 feet. I think what she does, let's see. How does this work exactly? What's the like
10-foot spray? I'm pretty sure it would just affect me and
well,
Ryan.
I'm curious if it's like a line.
Yeah,
or
because
if
that's
it's,
a diagonal, then it would hit
It
Ari
says-
too.
It's just range 10 feet. Oh, it might just be
it might be a single
One.
target.
well, here it should have. Oh, it doesn't say. It just says it has a blank on the target. What is wrong with this ability? Oh, okay. I'm gonna assume that means 10 foot. Like, yeah. Let's just do like 10-foot cone, and so it's gonna like hit the 2 of you in front of her. I think that makes sense.
Okay.
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
DC
24 apparently. Yeah.
Oh, no, I can't make it.
If we get a natural 20, do we save from it?
Yep. I'm fine with
Okay,
that.
so
So
roll
that's
natural
why.
20.
Oh my gosh! You actually did it. That's so
And he was
funny.
ready not- He was like,
That's
why are we-
awesome.
My God.
Yeah.
Rolling well tonight.
Whoa!
So you take half damage, and instead of 11 damage, you take 5. So yeah, round it down.
That's still a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Raya, you
whoa.
take 11 damage.
Dead Raya.
You're
I'm
down.
unconscious. I'm not dead.
Yeah. So you go down in a spray of poison. So 11 poison damage. So I think. Well, actually, wait a second. No, if it's a constitution, it's possible. Let me look this up. I don't know why it doesn't have more information on what this actually does. Because I think actually the. Okay, the effect is. Well. Oh, here it is. Oh, okay, they have a full description. Okay, so you extend your hand toward a creature you can see within range. Okay, so it's only one creature. So I will be merciful and say that it only hit Toity. Because, I mean, that was the person that was directly in front of her. So I think that makes sense. And And so you saved. The creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d12 poison damage. Okay, so it doesn't do anything if you save correctly. Sweet. Yep. So and she can only do that once per day. So like she sprayed poison in your face, Toity, and like and like the normal thing says she like reaches out a hand, but I think she definitely like opens her mouth and like this weird green poison spray like comes out of her mouth and sprays all over you, but it doesn't. You manage to like not get it in your.
You're so short that it just misses you.
I dodged to say, I've had worse in the morning.
What is that supposed to mean?
I've done worse myself, pretty much.
He thinks it's just bad breath.
Right. Yeah.
Or I know exactly. I'm just insulting her, even though she can't understand me. I choose.
Cool.
Was it my turn?
Yeah. So that's what she did.
It's my turn. I'm just gonna reel back and say like, I'm just gonna reel back and try and as she sprays at me, I'm gonna lean back and with it, I'm gonna lean forward and stab at her again with my rapier.
Mm-hmm.
Dripping
with weird green fluid.
It wasn't the crit fail. Thank goodness it was the 16. Okay, so.
Yep. So you hit.
6 piercing damage.
Cool. Yeah, so you continue to poke holes in her, and she doesn't look super thrilled by this.
Man, she's taking lots of hits.
Ari, it's you.
Okay, so I see this and immediately run right next to Raya. I kind of do the anime style too. I'm just kidding, with my 2 short swords, and run next to her and slash at her with both my swords.
Oh yeah, you definitely do anime style if you have 2 short swords. I mean, come on, let's be real. So 25 and an 8, 25 hits.
Okay. So 1 hits.
So you manage to slash her. You guys are like wearing her down for sure. She's bleeding from several different places now, and she looks very dismayed by the fact. I mean, her companion is dead, and she's fighting a fight that she probably cannot win. Fortunately, it's not her turn. So Raya.
I'm gonna swing my mace again, but with style again. Like I'm still trying to feel it out, and I haven't gotten the hang of it yet.
I miss, but with style. Yeah, for sure.
I keep forgetting that I'm lucky. I can reroll natural ones. I don't think it's mattered yet, but I keep forgetting that.
Yeah, and so Snek Lady is going to turn to, I think, you, Ari. And I think
Fair
she's
enough.
gonna.
I did just slash her, so.
Yeah, she's gonna do a thing. Let's see. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Not again?
Yeah, so what she does is she takes a snake's tongue out of her like pocket, basically. You see this little like slithery like snake's tongue, and she just like flicks it in the air and it like puffs into a cloud of smoke, and then it like goes over to you, Ari, and like
oh my god,
your face, and you completely fail.
I need to be using my bardic inspiration die more often. Especially.
Oh god. Oh, I didn't think this through, and I don't think she did either. But so she says something to you, but you don't understand it.
What up?
So you feel this compulsion to like do something, but you can't figure out what it is, and so you just kind of shake it off, and then you're fine.
Does it have to be the same language?
Yeah. You give a suggestion to a creature that can hear and understand you.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yep.
I kind of wave with my sword.
Yeah, I guess it's like cloud of smoke. Yeah, for sure. And then she like the Snek Lady like looks at you, and then her eyes go wide, and she realizes though she is really messed up.
I'm gonna turn and like, what? Does anyone know what in the devil she just said?
Yeah, Toity, it's you.
I'm starting to get more confident, less problematic with my stabbing of things. So I'm going to stab at her again with my rapier.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that hits.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Dang.
So 12. She is not down.
She's not down.
No.
What the heck?
She is on. It looks like she's on her last legs, or she's kind of part snake, so I guess maybe last lower half of her body. I don't know. I mean, she has legs. She's not like an actual like snake person necessarily, but yeah, she is very almost dead. That's a very ambiguous statement, but RA too.
Okay, I'm waving around the smoke, and I see her go wide-eyed, and I just say, I just say, time to die. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, and she looks at you and then like shakes her head like, I don't understand you either. and then you stab her. So that one of those hits for sure.
One of those hits.
She's definitely dead. Yep. So what does it look like when you totally murder her face?
I just stab her right in the heart.
Yep. And she's like, oh, and then just like slides off your blade and then onto the ground. And she like crashes into the puddle right there, and she dead. She very dead.
So after she like falls off my sword, I kind of like look down at her and just kind of realizing the fact that I've never seen these two types of creatures before.
Yeah, these are super weird and alien looking.
So I kind of like look at I want to do I don't know, an investigation check to kind of see
sure. What is your intent exactly? What do you want to discover?
I just want to discover I don't know what they're made out of. I want to know how the guy's head is on fire.
So you just
I want to know
cut open their bodies and start dissecting them.
No. I just want to look at them. I also want to check their pockets and see.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Wait, technical question: is his head still on fire now that it's decapitated?
No, yeah. So basically, when it rolled in the sand put it out, and then yeah.
As they're doing that, I'm just kind of be sitting there. I'm gonna look at my sword covered in blood and just kind of thinking, I just killed someone.
Yeah.
Just kind of sit on the ground.
Is that the first time that Toidy's killed someone?
Yeah. I mean, with the beasts earlier, I'm like, well, those were animals, I just was protecting myself. Yeah. This was a life.
This is a person who had language, and and sentience. So. And
that just bothers me.
That makes sense.
I try and take it from him so I can clean it off.
I'm just still sitting there staring at my hand that has flecks of blood on it, just going like, what did I just do?
I check the snake girl's pockets. I want to see what she has in there.
Yeah, I mean, so she has that scimitar. She has a short bow, and 20 arrows. So you can.
I take her arrows.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so you can add 20 arrows to your stuff. Also, you see a little vial of what you probably. I mean, with that. Oh wow, you got a 5. You don't know what it is, but you see a little vial of something in her pockets. You're not sure.
Yeah. So the investigation was really to figure out what they are. Now I'm just checking their pockets. So I am I have no clue what they are. Whatever. Cool. Yeah. I take out the vial and I pass it to Raya and just say, "I'm sure you can do something with this." Yeah. Do you want to make a medicine check? Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's definitely poison.
It's poison.
Yeah, you're not. You're not sure what kind of poison, but it's definitely poison. Yeah.
I'm not gonna take a sip of this one.
And you can see that the vial is shaped in such a way that the arrows can very easily just be dipped in it, so you can use it for poison.
Does it look at all like the viscous liquid we saw earlier?
No, absolutely not. Definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
So Ari, if you want to make a note on your character sheet, you now have a vial. It's good for 20 arrows worth of poison. And anytime you use it, it does additional. Well, let me double check and see if there's a save or something.
So do I put that in my equipment?
Yeah. Just go and put it in your equipment. And
poison vial.
Yeah, I don't think it does. I don't think they have to make a save, but it does additional 2d6 poison damage whenever you.
Oh wow! I was thinking 1d4.
No, yeah, this is pretty potent poison. Yeah.
I just need to make that in my notes.
Yep, just put it in your notes so that if you decide and it will take I think you probably I'm trying to think of how you would.
poison arrow.
How much of an action that would take?
Or like, can she prepare them in advance?
You can, yeah. I'm just trying to think of like in the middle of combat if you wanted to do that. I think it would take like either an action or your move action to do that. Because it's not like the easiest thing in the world to necessarily like take out a vial, unstrapper it, dip a thing in, right? Like and
Wait, don't come any closer.
yeah, exactly, right. So if you did have to do that in the middle of combat, I think it will take either your action or your move. One of those.
Right, or it'd have to be like me being a surprise on someone.
Mm-hmm.
So how much extra damage would that do?
2d6.
2d6. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As they're looking over that, I'm going to kind of be sitting there looking and kind of come to my senses again and think, I'm going to look at both of the creatures and which direction. So they came from the west. I'm assuming in this picture, north is up.
Yeah.
So I'm going to look to the west.
Or, I'm sorry, no, not technically. If this is the river, the up is west.
So up is west. So they came from the south. I'm going to look towards where they come from. Like, where? So did they come from the direction of the tower? I'm not exactly sure where this comes.
Where did we come from?
You came from the down on this map.
So they did not come from the tower.
No.
Okay. Someone looked at him, was like, look to them, look to Ari and dang it, why am I forgetting Raya? Why am I always forgetting that name? I'm looking at Ari and Ryan's like, they didn't come from the tower.
And I say, well, then where did they come from?
I don't know. That's what I was just wondering.
Then
Then
there must be more of them around then, and we probably should not stick around for much longer then.
But where
I kind of look at Toity also, like, as he's like saying these things, and I kind of like just pull him aside, and I'm like,
I'm still sitting on the ground, by the way.
oh, you're like on the ground. I kind of like look down at you and I say, I know that was difficult for you, but you did the right thing in protecting Raya.
Thank you. It's not quite something I've done before. And as I'm gonna look towards Raya, can Raya hand me my sword back? my rapier back. She's handed my.
Nice and clean.
Oh, you're still gonna say thank you and kind of put it back in a way.
But I give it to you in a way that I like spin around with it real quick and then because I'm practicing.
You're inspired by that Snek lady and her grace.
I've never seen anything like it.
I'll just kind of nod a little bit. Thank you, and sheath it and stand up, kind of dusting myself off.
Then I want to go around to the fire guy and I want to look in his pockets.
He doesn't have pockets. He barely has pants.
You're right.
Yeah, he's very like tribal in every sense, right? Like it's just basically like shorts, basically, right? Like, and then no shirt and no armor of any sort. He just had a spear. So
he just had a spear. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look around and say, well, it's not quite safe in the tower.
One other thing actually you do notice is that the snake lady has like a pendant on her neck. And Raya, if you wanted to, you can make like a religion check to see if it had any significance or history or whatever. I think you're muted. I can't hear you if you were saying something.
I was just gonna do a history check, but I got an 8.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, you don't know. It's I mean, it's like it's two snakes. I don't know. It is the medallion is a snake devouring itself. So it's like, you know, the snake that like goes around and like is eating itself.
Can I do a religion check?
Yeah, if you want to.
Oh.
Yeah, so this reminds you of a Nordic, of like a dwarven legend, Toity, of yeah, like what is it? I know this is actually like a Norse mythology thing, and I'm trying to remember exactly what it snakes that eats itself. Norse mythology. Yeah, Jormungandr. It's the world serpent. It's a sea serpent. There's like a child of like some giantesses, and then Loki. it's maybe not exactly the same way in this version, right? But like there is this dwarven myth of like this like sea serpent that like it's a representation of the world, and there was some sort of religious significance of like the snake eating itself, and like that's like when the world ends kind of a thing. So yeah, you remember that, and you're like, oh, this reminds me of that.
I'm gonna wait. Give me a second. Sea serpent eating. So it's a sea serpent eating its tail. I'm just writing this down.
Yep, eating its own tail, and basically like the religious significance was that when the snake like actually like finishes devouring itself, that's when the world would end.
Okay.
What's it made out of?
Oh, the medallion?
Yeah.
It's a good question. It's probably just made out of like wood. Yeah, it's like a carved wooden medallion symbol thing, little necklace.
So what I'm probably going to do is take the medallion off and kind of look it over. Look at the cloak I just put on myself and kind of put the medallion over my neck, thinking maybe this will help us to blend in.
So now not only does Toity have this weird religious like hood thing on, but he also has this like snake medallion. Awesome. He's just gonna like eventually you're gonna meet some other like chieftain with like a headdress, and you're gonna kill him, and then Toity's gonna put on this like feather headdress.
Real quick, I'm gonna send you my backstory real quick on Facebook, Caleb, and maybe you'll kind of see what I'm going for.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So yeah, what do you guys want to do? You're sitting in the jungle and.
I'm looking at it, like, well, it's not safe in the tower, and it doesn't look like it's quite safe in the forest. So I'm
Yeah, you could go to that that basement that you found in that one building, and like there's like a little.
Did we not search it earlier?
You did, right? But you could like go there if you wanted to find somewhere safe, right? To like wait until Darius got back or whatever.
Do we know
more ruins to explore around where the tower was?
You could keep exploring. I mean, there's not a whole lot left. I think you've basically kind of covered most of it. The investigation check you had last week kind of covered most of that. Okay. And tower is kind of like the last big thing to look at. But yeah.
So do you want to go back to the basement and take a short rest so I can use the hit dice?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That makes sense.
That sounds good. Yeah. I say let's go to the basement and wait for
Darius. Yeah.
A couple more hours for Darius, and if he's not around, then we should probably actually go look for him.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know when? Real talk. Do we know when Jordan's gonna be in?
He said 9. So there's only a little bit left to wait for him. So I think what we'll do, right? We'll do the short rest. So you can do your hit dice. And then I'll give out the XP for this encounter, and we'll see if any of you leveled.
I will probably level. Well, I might level. Should be nice, actually.
Yeah. So we looks like you got 3 back, but. So let's see. And this is the thing, you don't have to share any of this XP with Jordan.
Yeah!
So you guys will get more of it. Alright. XP. So you get... How much for this? And how much is this guy worth? All right, so let me divide this. So you guys get...
Will we level before or after the short rest? Sorry, real quick.
You each get 92 experience points.
Dang it!
Dang it! None of us are gonna level yet.
Close.
Not,
so close.
not quite.
92, you say?
92. Yep.
That was so close.
Yeah. So that snake lady was worth 250, and then the warrior guy was worth 25.
I just got 30 more hit.
I meant to ask you, Caleb, last session you gave us 150 for all of those encounters, but you also gave us 25 though at the beginning, remember, for like just role playing with the captain and on the ship. Was that 25 included in that 150 or no?
What, 25? I don't remember
I think I only gave that to Toity because of the question I asked him. I think that's what that was.
Yeah, that's what I remember being.
Oh, I thought you said 20. I thought you said 25 for everyone.
Well, it was the thing, right? Like, so, I was actually just about to like ask you a question so that you can get that 25. Because I have it down here, and we have some time. So let's see. Question for you, Ari. So as we see this, you guys are just like kind of resting and waiting for Darius, and we get a little bit of a flashback, and we go into Ari's. I imagine that I think this show is probably a lot like Lost in that sense, right? We get like that and then we go back to a flashback. Every now and then. Ari, why did you leave your tribe? I
didn't.
You didn't?
No, all my tribe's people were killed in a mass murder. We had a long history. We were the Armani clan. That's my last name.
Yeah.
Ari Armani.
Did you have really nice clothing?
Did I have really nice clothing? I mean,
Right as I'm drinking from my water bottle, you gotta say that.
I'm just making an Armani joke. It's fine.
We had decent clothing, I guess. But my father was the chief of chiefs of our tribe. And we had a long-standing history of not really getting along with this other tribe that's kind of near us, and we were constantly at war with each other, but it was never on the scale of like, occasionally a person would die like in like really bad feuds with each other, but for the most part, we just kind of left each other alone for the most part. And then one day I went out to go explore in the surrounding forest. By the way, this is in around what we would say is Italy, or from Italy.
Okay, yeah, I was curious about that too. Oh, that's really interesting. So you're like, in like what kind of culture are you like from originally?
The culture itself was pretty relaxed. We were a ranger tribe. So we all learned archery. That was kind of our
so you're like
culture.
Wandering survivalists, yeah.
Right, and occasionally, and we were decent at short swords and whatnot, which is why I carry them around. But we were very, very good at archery. That was our thing. Whereas the other tribe was kind of more melee attacks. And so one day when I was out exploring for like a couple days, trying to just get food, just wandering around. That was common. I come back and there's just flames everywhere, and there's no one around. Everyone's gone. I assume to be dead. I don't actually know if there's anyone still alive, but I pretty much assume that I'm the last of my tribe.
Sure.
And I basically book it out of there and just start wandering and traveling around doing jobs for different lords, different people, just to kind of make some money and get by. And so eventually I get to Spain after like probably a couple years, and fall under Lord Navarro's territory, and he offered me basically this job where I could be his forester, basically be just left alone, and just have my own place.
Yeah, and all you had to do is make sure people don't steal his deer.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. And so I just, out of kind of, because I'm a wanderer, I'm an explorer, so I had that desire to like wander and explore, but I also had this fear of, like that kind of like made me stay put. And so when he said, we're going to go explore a new world, I want you to go and protect my priestess, I said, well, I don't want any gold. And he said, you can stay there and have your own land. And I took it.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely sounds like something we would do. Awesome, cool. Take 25 XP.
Sweet.
Yeah, so we see the last shot we get is Ari's tear-streaked face as she looks at the flames of her village. Everybody's dead.
Everyone's dead.
Cool. So question about your guys' like plan in like the long run here for like exploring this island. So you've been here for like a day, right? Like how long were you going to kind of like explore and get a range of things before you like headed back and gave Valentino
we said about a week, I think,
sorry,
right?
Captain Miggy.
I call
said
it
week.
Captain Miggy.
Well, Valentino was the name of your lord. I got them mixed up in my head.
Yeah.
The actual guy's full name is Pepe Miguel Poncio, but no one calls him that.
Pepe Miguel. Yeah, we said, I think, because we took 7 days worth of rations.
Right. Okay. I'm just curious because I don't think it was ever like fully established what the. So you just kind of like range around for 7 days and then.
Yeah, I mean, as of now, we don't have much to tell him other than we found some creepy stuff and some people attacked.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. There's some ruins. Don't go in the tower.
Don't go in the tower. If you fail, if we go back there, would we have to remake the wisdom save?
It's whenever you get into 2 squares of it. I'm not gonna say whether or not necessarily you would have to make another one since you've been gone for a while, Toity. Raya certainly would because she's never been within 2 squares of it yet. But
I'm still wondering what to do with that thing.
Yeah, so I mean, so is your plan then to like go down the river further, basically? Like range down the river. You still have that boat.
I mean, right now,
that's very poorly hidden, so probably.
Yeah. I mean, right. So like, this is probably the time where like you guys kind of like get ready to leave, right? So as soon as Darius gets back, like you guys can head off. So you can like go grab the boat and like get it all ready and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Kind of prepare. I want to check on Buck, see how he's doing. Is he conscious yet?
Yeah, Buck is fine. After that short rest, he spent his 1/4 hit dice. No, and yeah, he got back 1 hit point and his only hit point, and now he's okay.
Would he be more attached to me now that I've kind of like.
Oh yeah, like he's definitely very scared when he wakes up, and yeah, if you comfort him, make another animal handling check, and we'll see how well like you're like getting along, like mama-ing him.
Mommy, I'm gonna make him my animal. Yeah.
Wow, nice. Yeah. So he is very comforted by your presence. And yeah, he basically just like climbs on you now, right? And like wherever you go and tries to like, I think he like treats you as a tree sometimes. Like when you're walking around, he like jumps off and like tries to glide a little bit and then like falls down and then climbs back up you. Cause Pteranodons, they're like bats almost, right? So they're just climbing up with his little claws.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, what else do you want to do while you're just kind of waiting for Darius to get back?
I was hoping to use a Song of Rest, but I'm not level 2 yet, so.
You know what I'm gonna do since we're just kind of waiting around. I'm trying to look for any excuse really at this point to try. Like I'm trying really hard to get along with Toity. So I take out my flute and I start playing my flute.
I'm gonna see her playing her flute, and I'm gonna put my head back and forth as she's playing, kind of like kind of go back and forth with my head and kind of pull out my panpipe and start playing along.
Well, okay,
with
yeah.
it.
So Ari, do you want to go ahead and roll first your performance?
My what?
Yeah, are you trained in the flute? You have the proficiency.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll that. Go ahead and roll your tool.
Roll a 20.
You should just be able to click on the flute.
Oh, the flute. That's right.
Roll, yeah.
There it is.
Oh no! So
you have proficiency though, don't you? You can take the 16, can't you?
No, I don't. That's not how that works. No.
Oh wait, what am I thinking?
She adds a bonus. She adds a bonus.
Oh, she's okay. I'm gonna hear her kind of dig around. And I'm gonna like.
I mean, Ari, like, why does it sound so bad?
Probably, I don't know. It sounds so bad because Buck is right underneath me, kind of like like shaking the flute. Or Buck's on top of the flute.
Yeah, Buck is like climbing, hanging off the flute. Oh, that's so funny.
I'll just kind of laugh and kind of chuckle at it a bit though, but kind of get what she's kind of trying to do and pull out my panpipe and start playing along with her.
And then you're gonna show her up, right? Probably.
Well, let's see what I roll. Let's see what I roll on my performance check.
Yeah.
Not much better.
Yeah.
So Raya is just in the corner, like, ugh.
I'll say this. I'll go along with it. Not wanting to make her feel bad, I also kind of play a little out of tune and not as great. So So I'm not
So
showing
you're
her up.
purposely doing it bad.
Because I see she's trying to make a gesture of like getting over.
You're like,
the
all right,
fight
I
we
see
had
what
the other
she's
day, so I'm
doing.
like, okay, I'll just humor her.
Yeah.
Two, unfortunately for Rye's ears, yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to just quietly be praying in the corner, and it's not happening.
Yeah, that happens.
So you had this weird, awkward moment of fail bonding.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, it's just that she makes a gesture. I join in and kind of just play it, like not trying to upstage her. So it kind of to mend a little bit to show that I'm willing to, like, accept. Yeah, okay, I get you trying what you do. I'll join in and we can have some fun. But yeah, Raya's ears hurt.
Oh man.
Ari, do we know that you're here to try and get a piece of land? Have you made that clear, or?
I don't think so. I don't think I've really told you why I'm here. I'm here. I've told you that I'm your bodyguard, basically.
Okay, so in an effort to try and get you to stop playing the flute, I want to engage you in some conversation.
Okay.
And ask, so why did you agree to come?
No real reason, really. I just kind of wanted. I don't know.
So
He said that
Vandal
he
decided
said.
to come with some strangers.
See, I'm like kind of closed off, so I don't really want to talk a whole lot. But I just kind of humor you, and I just say he promised me I could have some land in this new world. He said that there's an abundance of land, so I can have some of it.
You say grudgingly, like.
But I don't care about money. Gold was never the reason I took this job. I just want some land. That's all. Start a new life.
All alone?
Yep, pretty much.
That's sad.
Now that I realize that she's not playing the flute anymore, because I'm like kind of interested in the answer, but I really just wanted her to stop playing the flute. And now that she's like not playing the flute anymore, I just kind of accept your answer and offer no information myself. And
so do you go back to playing the flute, Ari?
I'll say no. I'll just put it away.
Yeah.
I'm kind of turned, like, bringing out my past kind of just like makes me all melancholy and stuff. So I'm just like, whatever.
As you do that, I start playing flute again, but actually, hitting the notes correctly and everything.
You start playing the flute? I didn't know.
My panpipe. My panpipe. So I still have my panpipe.
He grabs your flute and starts playing it.
Let me show you how it's done.
I wish I was proficient with panpipe so I could do that.
You mean flute?
Flute?
Yep. You know what I meant.
Well, okay. So let's just go ahead and take a break there. And hopefully Jordan will join us soon. And we'll hop on to the next part. All right, stick around. We'll be right back with more Terra Nullius right after this.